sesh on limited liability and unlimited liability. We'll start first with unlimited liability. So unlimited liability applies to unincorporated businesses such as sole traders or partnerships, and they will have unlimited liability. Easiest way to remember it. This is where the owner and the business is the same legal entity. It's the same thing. The owner and the business is the same thing. Therefore, the owner is responsible for all the debts the business incurs because they're the same thing. An example, the business fails with £200,000 worth of debt to the bank. The owner's personal assets, such as their house or their car, are now liable. They could be taken. They are at risk. So therefore, having unlimited liability is a disadvantage. It's a con of being an unincorporated business, such as a sole trader or a partnership. Now moving on to limited liability. Limited liability is for incorporated businesses. Incorporated businesses such as private limited companies or public limited companies. They have limited liability. And this is where the owner and the business are different, separate, different legal entities. Therefore, the shareholders' assets are not at risk in the event of the business failing, such as owing large loans or creditors to potentially suppliers. An example, so shareholders' losses are limited to how much they invested into the company in this case. So therefore, if they were to invest £10,000 into a company and that company becomes insolvent, the maximum they could lose is £10,000. Their personal assets are not at risk because they are different. The owner, in this case the shareholder, is a different legal entity to the business. And that is why limited liability that applies to incorporated businesses is an advantage, is a pro of incorporated businesses.